All right, what's up, cutie pies? Let's go, let's talk. We have a lot to discuss.
Sink your teeth into it, don't tread lightly. I'm dripping wet, you know it's all inside me.
First of all, let me do some promotion. Well, actually, I just want to let y'all know I'm going to be gone off of YouTube for like a week or so. I'm going to get my life with my friends. It's spooky season. It's spooky season. It's Halloween. It's a gay national holiday, and this was it's a queer holiday, so y'all already know what it is. Just expect you'll see me after this video. You'll see me next week. But yeah, since it is spooky season, make sure that you do not forget to stream Suck Up. That is the spooky album, the twerky album. If you're trying to seduce a vampire, if you know what I mean, twerk your ass, throw your ass in a circle while my music off of Suck Up is playing. Stream it. It is on all streaming platforms, and also make sure you go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Just put up a podcast episode yesterday. We talked about a lot of stuff. I talked about Dune a little bit too, so yeah, go check it out. Let's dive right into some of the things that have been happening this week. Now, unfortunately for us, both Boosie and Dave Chapped Lips are in the headlines yet again. We'll first discuss what's going on with Boosie. Now, Lil Nas X, I think it was on his Instagram or some shit, he then trolled the hell out of Boosie, talking about, oh yeah, I got a song coming up with Boosie, I got a song coming up with Boosie, and it was just like he was just obviously doing that shit to piss him off and troll his ass. So the response that Boosie gave was heinous. It was like really fucking disgusting. He took to his Twitter, like Boosie took to his Twitter to just tell Lil Nas he should unalive himself. Y'all already know what that means. He should unalive himself, and you know, nobody wants you here, and you playing with a gangster and all this fucking shit. So we already know that Boosie has some type of weird fixation on anything, any subject, any person that has like anything revolving around queerness or anything. So his response and the vileness and intensity of it to me was not surprising, especially if he's trying to make sure that people are not at all under the impression that he has a song coming out with Lil Nas. That I think was also one of the other reasons why his response was so like vicious like that, was because like damn, like are you really telling this nigga to basically go die just because he trolled your ass saying that he has a song with you? We get it, you want to protect your whatever it is that you think you have going on. You want to make sure that nobody's under the impression that you would ever have a song coming out with that gay ass nigga, right? And I saw a lot of people who honestly, and some of those people have like homophobic mindsets too. Or they'll say things like, oh, y'all can do that shit over there, or I don't really agree with your, it's like, girl. Anyway, some of those same people are talking about, oh nah, Boosie went too far this time. He went too far. I'm just like, okay, if he went too far, where the fuck do you think he started from? He started from like the same exact place where a lot of y'all are. You create these environments where mindsets like that can fester and they grow into violence or threats of violence. It's like, oh, he went too far. Nigga, y'all are on the same path, just in different places. Like, okay. But I guess Lil Nas X's father wanted to speak about that shit. He went up there and said, how the hell you're a gangster rapper promoting drugs, gun violence, degrading women, and getting high every video talking about you're for the kids, man. Sit your old man looking ass down. The game has passed you. We real bankhead over here, not like the guy who claims it. So I don't know. And then Boosie, of course, came back talking like threatening violence against Lil Nas X's dad. It's a complete disaster. I remember the tweet that Boosie said, if I was you, I'd hate myself too. And it's like, oh, okay. I get it. What the fuck did he say? Yeah, he said, hashtag you hate yourself. I would too if I was you. Yeah, it's just like, okay. We can tell, Boosie, your entire soul and spirit does give self-hate, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So after claiming that social media was not a real place, basically acting like he was not pressed, or where Twitter wasn't a real place, basically acting like he was not pressed about what's happening on social media, Dave Chappelle responded to all the shit that was happening on social media. Sweetie, I thought it wasn't a real place. I thought it didn't matter. Anyway, he said, it's been said in the press that I was invited to speak to the transgender employees of Netflix and I refused. that's not true. If they had invited me, I would have accepted it, although I'm confused about what we would be speaking about. I said what I said, and boy, I heard what you said. My God, how could I not? You said you want a safe working environment at Netflix. It seems like I'm the only one that can't go into the office anymore. So he said that, and then he immediately contradicted himself when he said this. Because going further, he was speaking about his upcoming documentary, about his comedy tour or something, and he was claiming that it had now been excluded from film festivals. He said, this film that I made was invited to every film festival in the United States, and some of those invitations I accepted. When this controversy came out about The Closer, they began disinviting me from these film festivals. And now today, not a film company, not a movie studio, not a film festival, nobody will touch this film. Thank God for Ted Sarandos and Netflix. He's the only one that didn't cancel me yet. That's what he said. But I thought that you just said that it seems like the only person that can't go into the Netflix office anymore is you. You're dumb ass. You can literally make a phone call to the CEO of Netflix. I want you to shut the fuck up. These imaginary problems that you're over here ranting about is hilarious. But the last thing he said, to the transgender community, I am more than willing to give you an audience, but you will not summon me. I'm not bending to anybody's demands, and if you meet with me, I'll be more than willing to, but I have some conditions. First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from the beginning to the end. Like, he goes on and on. But I'm just like, first of all, cornball, your ass will bend to the demands of them contracts. Just like the baby was talking all this shit, and then not even fucking 3 days later, he was like, oh, never mind, fake apologizing. Like, y'all talk all that shit until the contracts start talking too. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, can you imagine if somebody said some racist shit and then this was their response? To the black community, I am more than willing to give you an audience, but you will not summon me. I'm not bending to anybody's demands. Like, girl, they would eat your ass alive. They would eat your ass alive. But since it's the trans community, since it's LGBT people, it's almost like, well, you sound fucking pathetic. For the life of me, I don't understand why when rich people find themselves being dragged, like, why do they get up here acting like they're some martyr or something? Like, sweetie, your show is still on, the shit is still on Netflix. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, I will not bend to anybody's demands. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. You talk, and then in the same breath talking about, oh, your shit been dropped from all these film festivals, and like, you don't even know what you want to say. You don't even know what's going on. Just shut the fuck up and take his ass out the headlines. I'm begging. Since I talk about the music industry a lot, and I feel like I always tell y'all, just because someone's life looks a certain way on social media or whatever, you never know what's going on behind the scenes. I just thought I would just read this to y'all. Meek Mill made this tweet, and he said, I haven't gotten paid for music, and I don't know how much money labels make off of me. I need lawyers ASAP. He said, ask the record label, how much have you spent on me as an artist? Then you ask, how much have you made off me as an artist? I'm about to make my record deal public by Monday just to let the world see what these people on. And Keyshia Cole apparently said never received a check from any record label, period. But I just thought about that the other day. It's nothing wrong with obtaining audit attorneys so that you're aware of where every dollar went. Trust me, a lot gets lost in the sauce. Yeah, first of all, I think that's absolutely crazy. And they're obviously not the only artists who experience that kind of shit, especially when it comes to huge labels. These contracts are absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I just think that in the age of social media, a lot of people, especially artists who are working on their shit or growing or up and coming, they might see these, like, the glitz and glam and these huge fucking budgets and, you know, cars and chains and shit like that. Just the images you're seeing online. It may be discouraging to other people. They may start thinking that shit is completely out of their reach, but it's like, you have to sit back and ask yourself, like, who's paying for this shit? And if somebody's paying for it, they expect to get a return. Who's making that return happen? You know what I mean? At the cost of who? What are these contracts saying? Like, I don't know. Like I said, they're not the only ones. This is not like this is the first time that ever happened, but I just want to put that out there just to say to any artist or anybody who's working on their stuff and who's trying to elevate or whatever you're doing, pay attention to your contracts, but also pay attention to yourself and your soul, and know that everything that glitters is not gold. And if you want to wait until you feel secure enough to make a decision, or you feel educated enough to sign some shit or make a decision, then do that. That's your prerogative, right? But I just thought that's wild. Like, they're big artists, in my opinion. Like, they're known artists, like Keyshia Cole and Meek Mill, like, and they're talking about they haven't seen money from their fucking music. That's wild. That's wild. Real quick, I wanted to let y'all know that Megan had released the track list for her upcoming, like, you know, the little freestyles and extras thing that she's releasing. And it's just cute. I can't wait for it. I'm gonna be popping my pussy to this shit. I'm gonna be popping my pussy to this shit all fucking Halloween. Look at this shit. There's a song on here called Megan's Piano, and she said that she played the piano part of that song, and she said she's excited for us to hear it. So yeah, that was just real quick. Did y'all see that Buzz Lightyear thing? This is so I'm sorry, it's so cute. It's so cute. Apparently, we already know that Chris Evans is gonna be like voicing Buzz Lightyear in this new Pixar movie, but it's just so cute to me. It's so cute. Like, it's called Lightyear. It's gonna come out June 17th. So it's just giving me very much nostalgia. What else? I'm gonna end the video after this. Okay, yes, The Unforgivable is coming out on Netflix December 10th. The reason I'm bringing this shit up is because Viola Davis is in there, and the trailer for it was so quick, but in those moments, Viola is already acting down. She's like snatching, oh, look at her face. She's snatching all the awards just from a goddamn trailer. Yes, I'm going to stand anything that Viola Davis asks is in. Sandra Bullock's in it as well. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that even in a trailer, Viola is just shining brightly like the star that she is. We already knew the talent would jump out like it always does. But yeah, that's it. I love y'all so much. Like I said, give me a week and I'll be back. I'm gonna be participating in the spooky festivities. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.
I know your nigga wanna take a lot of this. I always got the nigga begging for just one kiss. I know your nigga wanna take a lot of this.